morning and welcome back to Sunny Side Up. Today, co-host Faith. Faith, how are you doing this
Oh,
morning?
co-host now. I officially get that title.
Well, you know, don't read too far into it, I guess.
Oh, how am I
How are
doing
you
it?
doing this morning? Yeah. I've given you more time than usual to prepare and get ready for this, so.
I feel like it's felt more time than usual because you didn't wake up till 10.
Yeah, first time in
Many
probably
moons.
months. Yeah, many moons since I have been at. Just completely turned off alarms. Not even the, okay, turn off alarms when I say I do that. I'm still going to set an alarm for 8 o'clock.
Which is insane, by the way.
Because that's more than enough sleeping in. But this time I didn't, and I slept until 10. And I was like, God damn.
Well, here's the thing. We both woke up at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was like some of the best sleep that I've gotten in a really long time. Like, I slept so hard and I was so comfortable. Then when I woke up, I was like, oh, it's got to be like 10 o'clock. And it was 7:30. And I was like, whoa. And then we both fell back asleep.
Yeah. Well, up until 7:30, had a great night's sleep. And then the dog happened. And so 7:30 to 10 o'clock was a miserable experience. And like the last half hour of that, I was just fighting the dog to get her to take her paws out of my back and to just move without trying to expend too much energy where I would like actually and fully wake up because I didn't really know what time it was. It didn't work. She ended up kicking me out of bed. And
I tried to help you with that when she first started doing it. You told me to leave her alone. So
I thought she would just give up after a few
No.
minutes, but no, she went to like 2.5 hours of actively pushing me out of bed with her paws.
yeah. And see, I don't know. Like,
Maybe
even...
she's just concerned about me making it to work on time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure she's very time conscious.
Hey, somebody has to put the bacon on the table for her.
I don't know how you're, like, I love our dog, but I think you're too nice to her. Like,
Me?
yeah,
Who's the one giving goldfish in bed to her?
that's different.
How is that different? You're spoiling the shit out of her.
Because it doesn't affect me. When she crawls into bed and does
really?
that,
Was
I
the
don't
stare
know
down
how
from
you...
while you were eating Oreos last night not affecting you?
No, because I'm not going to give her Oreos. I don't know. That's different. It doesn't, like, affect me. But, like, when she comes into bed
Excuses.
and she shoves her paws into you or makes it so you can't have a blanket so then you're just cold all night, why don't you move her? Because I immediately would be like, no. Like, no.
I'm too tired to move her. And, like, I don't want to expend that kind of energy where I'm going to wake up by having to, like, use physical, like, motions to pick the dog up and
You don't
move
have
her.
to pick her up. If you tug on the blanket enough, she'll move.
But
Because
see,
I
still
don't
having to
let her
require a
do
lot of
that.
physical energy. I'm going to wake myself up.
No, I do not let her do that. If she's taking my blanket or in my way when I'm trying to sleep, she has her own bed. If she really gets that uncomfortable, she can go to her own bed. I will pull my blankets back up. And if it moves her, it moves her. I think you're way too nice to her at night, specifically when she tries to crawl into bed with us. And I think that's
Some
why
would
you
say
haven't...
the begging is worse.
No, I would say that's worse because it makes you uncomfortable and then you don't sleep very well. The begging you can ignore.
I disagree, but trying to think of a transition here. It's not working out so well.
Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Moving on, then I have. I'm pretty excited about this. The new Mario movie was announced this week.
Mario movie?
Yeah,
Did
because
you
you really liked the first one, didn't you?
I think I liked it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I think I probably saw it with you.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Well, anyways, I really liked the Mario movie. I thought it was it is by far the best, like, screen adaptation of Mario so far. I don't know if you've ever seen any even images from
I
other
think
Mario
I've
attempts.
seen
but
images. I haven't seen them, but I've seen, like, images.
They're rough.
Yeah, this one was pretty good.
Yeah. So this one, this next one was announced this week, and it is. I'm very excited for this, but it's going to be Super Mario Galaxy, the movie.
Nice.
And Galaxy is my favorite, like, sub-series of the Mario franchise. Big fan of it. You haven't played any of the Galaxy games, though, have you?
The only Mario games I've played is the Mario Super Bros. That Nathaniel and I had. Mm-hmm. The new one of like that vibe that came out, and then Mario Kart. And the Party.
And the one on the Wii.
The Party. That's Mario Super Bros.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
I thought you were talking about the super old one. Okay, well, anyways, Galaxy is definitely, it's on the Wii. I should have gotten it for you. But I think it's a really good series, but it's basically like Mario out in space, as you can assume. And the princess character, and she's like princess, like guardian of the whole galaxy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Her name is Princess Rosaline.
That's Rosalina, where she comes from.
And her character is in the Mario Kart that we have. Mm-hmm. But I think this is going to be a great choice. I'm really glad they just went straight for Galaxy instead of, I don't know, any of the other series or just doing like a direct sequel in the same setting. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm glad they're exploring. But Princess Rosalina, I want to say Rosaline so bad. And I'm like really tripping myself up here. But Brie Larson is voicing Princess Rosalina. And I think that's a really good choice. Do you know who?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm actually not at all surprised you don't know who Brie Larson is. I think most notably is probably going to be a Marvel franchise where she plays Miss Marvel.
Let me look it up. I'm not sure.
I think it's this character right here.
Oh, no, I totally know who that is.
And you've probably seen TikToks of her show Lessons in Chemistry, where I think she's a single mom, but she is like a food scientist. She's like a scientist, but then she gets wrapped into making a cooking show.
Oh, I have not seen that.
It's like set in like 1940s or something, whatever. So her strong-willed personality is not well received by other men, and so it causes a whole issues. But anyways, she a very good, strong character in that show as well. I've never actually watched it. I've just felt it's one of those shows where I feel like I've seen the whole thing by watching it on TikTok at this point. So, Brie Larson has gotten a lot of shit in her acting career, and I think it's mostly just Marvel fanboys fucking suck, and so I don't think her character was given a fair shot. But I think she's a good actress. And I am really excited to see her as Princess Rosalina in Super Mario Galaxy. So we'll see. I have high hopes for this movie. It looks really, really fun. The main bad guy is going to be Bowser Jr. this time around.
Oh, makes sense.
And Bowser is still stuck as a little miniature him.
That's cute.
The trailer opens up with him painting in like a little dollhouse in Mushroom Kingdom. And he comes out, and this guy is like an eternal fucking hater. It's so good. He like paints a picture of, I think it's like of Mario, and Mario is just shitting on him, and Luigi's like, "Good job, little buddy. That's a good picture." And yeah, it's the humor I think is gonna really back up Galaxy. I think it's gonna be really fun. I really wonder if I really want to see what other gags they're going to bring in, because they've done so many in the first movie that I don't know what other Mario gags can you bring in without it being repetitive. Now, granted, Mario Galaxy opens up for like a lot of new stuff that you can play with, right? Because Mario Galaxy there's quite a bit different from just regular Super Mario Brothers. So I'm really interested to see what Mario gags can they drag in there, and not repeat, because the first movie was just chock full of them, whether they were right full in your face or if they were happening in the background. So, I don't know. On a more serious note, Faith, I need to get this off my chest. I'm pretty fucking annoyed about this since we moved here, and I need to vocalize this.
Okay.
I'm getting real sick and tired of when a bus stops on the other side of the road, and it pulls out that little red stop sign that says, "All traffic stop." I have 8-year-olds getting off, and they're going to be running around this bus. Please don't move. So I pull to a stop so I don't murder children. And everyone is just like, if it's if there's an extra lane on my side, people are speeding past. If I like stop at all, people are just slamming down their goddamn horns. I'm like, excuse me for not wanting to murder fucking children. What is your problem?
Yeah, because it's for all.
It is every single time down here that I stop for a bus.
Because it's for all, even if like you're in a different lane, right? Like it's not just for the lane next.
Because kids could sprint across the road without thinking.
Yeah. No, I know. That one time it happened when I was with you made me so mad. That car behind me, I wanted to flip him off so bad.
I've had to stop 4 times now since moving to Boise, that I've had to come to. I was in the place where I have to stop for those buses, just letting off kids on the other side of the road. And dear Lord, the amount of honking and the gestures from cars behind me that I was getting because I didn't want to murder children is insane. I genuinely don't understand it. Maybe it's not a law that you have to stop on the opposite side of the road here in Idaho.
I don't know. Let me look, because now I'm like really curious.
But regardless, even if you don't have to stop, why not just stop? Oh my God, I'm going to add, 30 seconds to a minute to my commute time, but, I potentially don't have to go to prison for the rest of my life. That sure would be nice. I don't know. It's been just really, really pissing me off lately, and it's just like a consistent experience I am having while living here in Boise, and I genuinely don't understand why people are so comfortable risking this. It doesn't make sense.
It says, in Idaho, on roads with 3 or fewer lanes, traffic in both directions must stop. On roads with 4 or more lanes, only traffic moving in the same direction as the bus must stop.
Must. I choose to still stop because I don't want to kill kids.
Yeah, and there's
kids are
2 lanes on one side and 2 lanes on the other.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that both directions, or on roads with 4 or more lanes.
Yeah, so
4 or more lanes considered like going one way, or just like
no. When it says number of lanes, it means number of lanes, not number of lanes on a side.
So it says 4 lanes, only traffic moving in the same direction as the bus must stop.
Yeah.
So I think that you're fine to keep going then.
I am, but I'm choosing not to because I would rather not kill children.
Okay,
I don't want to go to prison.
No, I see what you're saying now. Okay.
Even if they say, "Oh, a pedestrian's fault," like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got out of it. Now I have to live with the thought that I murdered little Jimmy, who was 8 years old and just wanted to go home and watch some goddamn Scooby-Doo." No, excuse me for fucking stopping. You don't have to,
especially
but you should
when you're in the closest lane to them. Like, why not?
Yep.
I think that also just goes with the fact that drivers here are insane. They're on a whole different level.
I don't think that's accurate.
I do. People down here
You're from Weezer, and then you lived in Moscow.
They're so impatient, though. Drivers down here are so impatient.
That's all
it's annoying because if you need to get there faster, leave earlier. That's not my fault. That you're driving like an idiot because you didn't leave in enough time. Like the guy that was tailing me so hard the other day that all I saw was his windshield in my rearview mirror pissed me off.
I think the person you really need to be mad at are the city engineers who design the roads, because they're designing it for all this traffic rather than saying, "Hey, let's actually have a functioning public transportation system in this city," which we don't. We do not have a decent all public transportation system. And it's a shit show. Which
would help, but the drivers here are they're insane. They ride your ass so hard, and they're just like careless. Like I have almost gotten into so many accidents, or have seen so many accidents almost happen because drivers are just stupid, and they just act like they're the only ones on the road, and their destination is the only thing that matters. It makes me so mad.
All right. Well, my blood here is starting to boil, and this isn't good for my cholesterol. So let's continue on.
Okay.
It's funny. I got my doctor. So I did that some like basic blood testing with a clinic they had pop up at work. So I did it, and it's like, your results are essentially normal. You should check back in a year. And I was like, essentially normal. What the fuck does that mean? So then I started digging into all my results, and it's like, this is high. Just keep track of it next year. And it's like, all right, for that one, and that one. And then I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm pretty sure the last 2 years I did blood tests, it also had the exact same ones high, and that I needed to keep track of it year from year. So I'm like, maybe I should bring it. Maybe if I wasn't switching doctors so often, it probably would have been caught. But here I am, so now I really need to get this doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're making my blood boil. Okay.
Shut up.
Get me too fired up. So let's talk about something that makes me very happy.
Oh, yeah?
That we have enjoyed thoroughly this week. And I need to start, before I even say this, I need to start off that we recognize that we are months late to this party. And that we are so far behind on the times. But it took me this long to like convince and then for us to actually sit down this movie. And we finally watched K-pop Demon Hunters.
To be fair, I didn't want to watch it before. Like, I didn't have interest in it before. I think because everybody was talking about it, and so I heard so much about it, and I was like, oh my god, like, this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I, for some reason, without even watching it, I was like, I feel like this movie is overhyped. Like, without even watching it, I was like, I don't know. Like,
you're judgmental.
Yeah, but then we actually watched it, and we were like, you know what, let's give it a shot. Like, a lot of people have been saying it. The songs that, like, I have heard are pretty catchy. Like, let's just sit down and watch it. Let me tell you something. I was so shocked at not only the music was so good, the story was so good, and it didn't end like I thought it was going to end. It could have ended in a completely more kid-friendly, like, fun, cute way, but it didn't. And then, third of all, the voice actors they got for this movie, I literally speechless. They're so good. And before we watched this movie, I saw that they were nominated for a Grammy, and I was like, K-pop Demon Hunters nominated for a Grammy? Like, what the hell? And then we watched it, and I was like, oh, K-pop Demon Hunters nominated for a Grammy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the music. So here's the thing. If I would say, even if you're not a fan of Asian influenced media,
which weird if you aren't.
Yeah, I'm stuck in my like 2010s way of thinking where no one is.
But it's just so good, and I feel like nobody gives it a chance because it's like frowned upon. But like it's so good.
Hold on. Even if you're not interested in musicals, even if you don't like either of those, you would still love this movie.
So good.
It's just something about the brilliance of the way the story is told. And you could watch this movie at face value and still walk away going, wow, that was a really good movie. Great lesson, blah, blah, blah. I really enjoyed it. Good story, good plot, mechanics. And you could walk away still happy. And then if you watch it again, and
which we did,
and try to pay attention to like the way the songs are used to prop up that storytelling, or the lyrics of the song and what it's actually trying to say, or the like what's the word, the morals or the values of which the movie is trying to like float around, you know, like acceptance and just being honest and relying on others. Then you're just like, holy shit, there are like levels to this movie. It really is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
And like I said, the music is phenomenal. So even if you're not sure you want to step in and like start with watching the movie, just give the soundtrack a watch. Yeah. Or not even a watch. You could just listen to the soundtrack. And I think you would immediately realize, oh man, I really want to see like the context of this song. Why is it like it is?
Yeah, because it like,
and you'll be hooked.
Listening to the music, because I heard like snippets of it before and I was like, no, these are pretty good. Like, they're good. You don't quite understand them, but if you watch the movie, they make so much more sense, and the imagery that goes with each of them is insane.
Yeah, the artwork really is beautiful.
The artwork and because when they play Golden originally in that movie, they play it, you get to see like the music video
Golden
thing.
is kind of like the big main song. And for reference, the lyric video for it on YouTube, the official one from Sony Pictures, take a guess how many downloads it has.
I think you've already told me.
Oh, it's way more than what I told you.
Oh, I have no idea then.
726 million, and it goes up a few million every single day.
It is. It's so good, but again, if you watch it in like the context of the movie, the lyrics make so much more sense. And like I said, the little music video that they give you in the beginning of it is just so good.
Mm-hmm. It perfectly sets the stage for what this movie will be and where it's going. And,
which is what they said. They said like when they did like a little talk show hosting about it, and they literally said like, this is like the story of us. This is what this song is. So if you listen to the soundtrack and you think it's good, watch the movie because it'll get even better.
Yeah.
And you'll appreciate the songs more. And on this topic, we have watched this movie so much and have listened to the soundtrack so much that I think every single day since we've watched it, Michael tells me a new piece of information that he's learned about.
Oh, that's because I'm literally sitting at work listening to interviews with the artists, or reading another article. Like, I constantly have K-pop Demon Hunter brain going on, and I listen to the full soundtrack, like the full soundtrack, 3 to 5 times a day.
Yeah, I know.
And I'll listen to specific songs like How It's Done, Golden. Recently, Your Idol, which I was not a fan of at first, is kind of starting to like pop up there a little bit more. I don't know why. But then What It Sounds Like, what it sounds like, and then you've got like all the voices in the background also singing it at the same time.
It's so good.
It feels like a chamber yelling at it. Yeah, amazing. So there's a couple select songs I'll listen to more than the 3 to 5 times a day. I'll have them on like I'll have those like 3 songs like on repeat somewhere, like on Spotify or on my hyperfixation playlist.
Yeah, no. I wonder how many people's top artist this year is going to be K-pop Demon Hunters.
Oh, if I think Spotify stops counting on December 5th or something like that. And so unfortunately, K-pop Demon Hunters will not be reaching my top listens.
I don't know about that. Actually, I think yours is either going to be K-pop Demon Hunters, Barnyard.
Barnyard will probably be up there. I was obsessed with the soundtrack for about a month.
There was another one that you were really into. Because Steven Universe was your top artist last year or the year before.
Yeah, yes it was.
I'm learning a lot about Michael's music taste right now. For those
I gotta add some of those songs onto my hyperfixation playlist, actually.
That's what. If you haven't figured this out yet, Michael watches shows and then gets so into the soundtrack that is all he will listen for like a month at least straight.
Yeah.
Like he said, he listens to this like 5 times a day at work. The entire soundtrack. He listens to it in the car while we're doing dishes. He turns on, like, it's on all the time. That's what Michael does with movies. So.
Well, and it's cutting into my podcast time. I'm usually somewhere between 30 and like 40 hours of podcast per week. And my podcast listening time is like heavily down on weekly because it's being consumed by K-pop Demon Hunters music. So, which is kind of good right now because actually we're getting ready to go onto this cruise next weekend. And, I lost my train of thought there.
You need things to listen to.
I need things to listen to. See, I married you for a reason. I need things to listen to, so I'm gonna have all of these podcasts downloaded. Yeah. But I actually don't know where my headphones are. I've been looking for them for weeks now, so I'm a little concerned about them. I have 2 pairs,
so we'll be fine. But okay. You're gonna listen to your podcast on this trip. I plan. This is a total change of subject. My gosh.
Okay, hold up. I just want to say one thing.
Yes, go ahead.
One more thing about K-pop Demon Hunters, actually. And then an afterthought, and then we'll get to whatever you were saying, so don't forget what you were about to say. So, with K-pop Demon Hunters, I was like, so Zoe is like definitely by far my favorite character in the show. She's like she's the Korean American in the show, Korean American. And in real life, her actor is Korean Canadian. Fun fact. But I'm 90% sure I might have just gotten that. Fuck that part up. But in the movie, I know that she's Korean American. Anyways, she's like the rapper of the group, the kid of the group, whatever. She's my favorite because she just has this like kind of like swagger when she's in her fight scenes, and I'm just like, ooh. And I'm also whole life always been a big like fan of like rogues, like anytime there's a video game with those kinds of classes, fighter or a rogue, some of the back alley thief, I'm always going to be picking the thief. Like that is just like my favorite class. Something about rogue, like shooting the arrows, or like assassins. All about it. All about it. That shit's cool. So, anyways, Zoe's weapons look like kunais. Japanese like throwing knives.
Oh yeah, she sticks them between her fingers.
Yeah. She also has just like the best poses.
I don't know. I really love Mira.
Okay, you're wrong, but anyways, so I was like really wanting to know what her weapons are because I'm a guy, and of course I'm interested in the weapons part of this. It is probably one of the most guy parts of me, but I did some research, and there's like a Korean like tourism website or whatever that did like a research article on K-pop Demon Hunter weapons. And turns out and they provided like, resources and images of like old artwork and stuff. Turns out all 3 of their weapons all have like important historic shaman and spiritual significance. Like they were all 3 of those weapons were, well, I should say Zoe's knives are not actually knives. They're the only one that wasn't really actually a weapon. But all 3 of those pieces of equipment were actually shaman pieces of equipment used in ancient Korea.
See, they put so much thought into this movie, and it's so good.
And it turns out, like researching like Zoe's pieces of equipment, I'm just gonna say knives. I know it's not knives, but the conversation's not going to flow if I say equipment every time. Her knives were like apparently really hard to research when they were trying to design them for the movie. And so that also piqued my interest. And so I did a bunch of digging. So anyways, wrap this all up. I just wanted to say I've been noticing this trend growing in my life lately, and K-pop Demon Hunters kind of confirms it, but I think I'm all in on girl bands.
You didn't know that before?
Well, I'm just kind of like, what I mean is recognizing it and going, okay, I want to intentionally seek out more girl bands. Like I'm a big fan of Kid Sister, and which I've talked about on this podcast before, and Bikini Kill, great bands too.
Now if only the 3 from K-pop Demon Hunters would actually form a band.
That would be amazing if they would form an actual band.
Because their voices sound so good together.
Yeah, they really are like just. There's so much harmony between their voices and like their flow.
That's the point of the last song.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Faith, what were you about to say? What was our sidetrack?
Oh, you were talking about that you were going to listen to podcasts on like the airplane and
yes,
just like cruise and stuff, whatever. I plan to. First of all, download some stuff from Crunchyroll. I already have a couple shows picked out that I want to download to watch. Because if you haven't figured out, I can get really annoying on planes because I get so bored. When I went to New York, I think she almost cut off all my fingers.
I haven't flown with you anywhere, have I?
We went to Cabo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you have. I don't know. I can get really, really, really bored on planes, and then I just become really annoying. I learned that with Rachel. So, I plan to keep myself very distracted. So, I'm going to download some shows. Because I also get bored on planes really easily. Especially because, like, if I can't get comfy, then it's a whole thing.
Child.
Leave me alone. My mom actually bought me a little, like... it's a travel-sized blanket that you put in this little pouch. So, I can either use it as a pillow or a blanket to help me get comfortable. So that will be coming with me. But anyways, the shows from Crunchyroll, I'm gonna pick a couple. And then audiobooks, obviously. I don't have that much long of Harry Potter left.
Which you've been working on for a while.
I have. I just don't listen to audiobooks as much as I used to. So, that one. We do have the audiobook that we've been listening to, which... I think we'll listen to a little bit. I also think we might do a little bit of our own thing. So I'm going to download my shows, probably a few audiobooks. I just also don't know if I can read books on a plane. Like physical books, I don't know if it would make me feel bad.
Let alone a cruise ship.
I think a cruise ship will be fine. I've had numerous people tell me that once you're on the ship, you feel fine. Like you don't feel like you're swaying. It's when you get off, you kind of feel a little
That makes sense.
But I'm also going to bring all my stuff for that, like car sickness, motion sickness stuff. But I don't know if I can read on a plane. I don't know if that's going to make me feel sick, since planes in general already make me feel sick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read, but I'll try. So anyways, that's my plan. I ordered a book a while ago. It's a new one that came out. It's the second one to Quicksilver. I'm really excited about it, but it says it won't be here till the 26th, and I'm really bummed about it. I really, 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 really hope it gets here before we leave, because that's what I planned on reading or taking with me. So, that's my plan to keep myself entertained.
Okay. Well, speaking of entertainment, it's time for our recommendations. As a reminder, I have newly instated a Letterboxd account for this podcast under this name, Sunny Side Up, but it has pod at the end. And the Letterboxd account lists all of the movies that I have recommended on this show before. And it's underneath a list called Movie Club. But this week's recommendation is going to be an all too popular cult film called Clerks. Clerks is a big inspiration to me, and a big inspiration to a collaborative project that I have kind of in the earliest stages of working out with some other individuals who are interested in creating something. So that project is far out on the horizon, but Clerks has been on my brain a lot because it's just a really big inspiration and kind of like a push for me to just, get out and film something, even if it doesn't ever make it actually into one of the channels. So anyways, that is my recommendation. So Faith, what do you have to recommend today?
Oh, I don't know. I think...
Get off the podcast. You don't have a recommendation. You don't deserve to be here.
No.
Get out.
I don't know if it's quite considered as a recommendation because I haven't played it yet. But I have one game on the Switch that I play a lot, the Tiny Bookshop, which I think I mentioned. I most definitely have mentioned on here before. I love Tiny Bookshop, but I've been wanting other games for the Switch just that I can when you play the Xbox or something, I have a game that I can play on the Switch that's not Tiny Bookshop because sometimes I get kind of bored of that. So I want games to rotate that are cute and cozy and fun and whatnot. Anyways, so there was a couple Palia is one I started last night. I didn't get too far into it. I made my character and that was kind of it. But I am excited for that one. And then the other one that you already had is the ocean one.
Oh, Summer and Mara.
Yeah, that one.
Did you start that?
No, I haven't yet. That was my plan for today, actually. But I don't know, cute, cozy Switch games. They're so fun, and there's so many of them. And a lot of them are really cute. What's the other one that I really My Time in the Shire?
Oh, no.
What is... I want that game so bad.
My Time in the Shire.
It's something along those lines.
I
can find it really quick.
Tales of the Shire.
Yes. And you just live as a little hobbit in the Shire. Do it. Oh my gosh. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Anyways, so I've been looking at more Switch games that are really cute. And I went down a rabbit hole the other day, and I found that there are so many. There's also one called Waywatch or something like that. It's about this little, wizard or witch that just, is in this forest. And you just, it looks so fun. So anyways, find cute, cozy games because there's more out there than just, Mario. Which was all that I kind of knew for the Switch for a while until I found Tiny Bookshop. So, I don't know.
I'm glad you're learning.
Me too. And, games that aren't Mario Kart, that are, big name, games, actually are not that expensive. So.
I think you'll need to redefine your definition of big name games when you get out there. Because what you're looking at are indie games.
Yes, that's what I meant. I forgot the name of them.
Yeah, and indie being the title there, because when people talk about big name games, they probably mean AAA studio games, which are anywhere between $60 and $90.
Yeah, and the indie games are $20, and some of them are on sale right now for $12. So, I don't know. I love my little cozy games. That is my life right now. My Sims, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I just bought 2 new packs for that as well. So I have vampires and werewolves now.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here, Faith. Appreciate it.